Hello, my name is Izzuddin Ismail, and in this video I'm going to show you about how you can do backups using RunCloud.io. Well, this is assuming that you are already a user of RunCloud.io. So before we get into how we do it, I'm going to talk a little bit about how the RunCloud.io backup works, and maybe a few things that you need to know before we get started. Now, first of all, in RunCloud.io, when you've got your server connected, whether it's on Linode, DigitalOcean, Vultr, or anything else, the things that you can back up are the web application and the database. Now, these are being backed up separately. So, meaning if you want to back up your whole project, you need to make two backups. One for the web application for the files, and one for the database. Okay, when you've got all those two together in separate backups, I think you are pretty much safe, kind of like having your website or your web application ready to be restored if should anything happens, which we don't really hope. We hope not. All right. So now, how much does it cost? What is it that you have to pay for when using RunCloud Backup? Well, there's two things actually, which is being charged to you separately. First is the storage, and then it's the actual backup instance, or the actual backup process. Now, of course, RunCloud give everybody in there, all their customers, a free 30 gig space for backup. Now you've got this 30 gig space that you can use for backup. As long as you don't exceed that, you don't need to get extra space, and you don't have to pay more for space. Now backup instance, on the other hand, is something that you have to pay every time you make a backup. Now this is a bit about the pricing when it comes to backup storage prices. First, there's a 30 gig space, which is included with every account. You can utilize that for backups. And then it goes on to the 60 gig price, 100 gig price, 250 gig price, and 500 gig price, and up to 1 terabyte of backup space, which is up to $1.60 per day. So let's say you need an extra 30 gig on top of your existing 30 gig, so a total of 60 gig. So you would have to pay 10 cents per day, and that would make it up to something around $3 per month for the extra for 30 gig of space for backup. Now on top of that, you have to pay every time you create a backup instance for your web application or for your database. Now the free users is being charged a little bit extra because you're not committing any monthly subscription to RunCloud. So RunCloud charges a little bit extra, which is 6 cents per day per instance. And for the pro users, they charge half that, which is 3 cents per day per instance. Now let's take a look at an example. Now let's say you have your settings here. You made a backup settings in which the backup will run every 12 hours. So every day 2 new backups will be created, and you've set yourself a 1 week retention. So at all time you will have 14 backup. Yeah. Okay. So if each one of those backup utilizes 1 gig of space, so you will be utilizing 14 gigabyte of backup storage space. Because your account comes with a free 30 gig backup storage space, you don't need to get any extra backup space. So you don't need to spend any more for that. But for this one backup instance that you created, the pro user will be paying around $1.80 per month. And wait, that's a little bit that's a little bit mixed up. That is the other way around. So the pro user gets it cheaper, which is around 90 cents per day, while the free users have to pay a little bit extra, which is $1.80 per month. I'm sorry, Well, I've got confused about this myself, but anyway, it goes up to around $1.80 per month for the free users, or 90 cents per month for the free users, right? Okay, you're following me? So let's say you have a project, you want to back up the database and the files. So let's just assume that both of this will utilize 1 gig of space. In most cases, maybe not, right? But let's just say, for an example, and you set a settings like this: 1 week retention, 12 hours, every 12 hours. So each backup instance, the database will utilize 14 gig of space, the web application will utilize another 14 gig of space. So that totals up to 28 gigabyte of space. No extra cost when it comes to the storage, but you still have to pay 180 cents per backup instance, in this case 2, so that is $3.60 if you are a free user, or $1.80 per month if you are a pro user. So I guess that's it about the backups and about the pricing. I hope you understand. Sorry if things are a bit confusing, but I do feel like in the end, RunCloud offers an affordable, economical options to backing up your project on the internet. Okay, if you're ready, let's just give it a try. Okay, so this is your normal dashboard in RunCloud. I've got a bit of some servers created all over in DigitalOcean and Linode and whatnot. So this is one of the latest server that I made, and I've created one web application in there. So if I click on that, and when I click on the web application, you can see it's called Linode 123, and it just so happens that it's the same with the server name, which is Linode 123 as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to back up this web application. I don't have a database for it, so we're just going to do a web application backup. So you go to backup here, and this is a summary of your backup. I've already done 2 web application backup and 2 database backups. So all in all, it's only utilizing about 71% of my backup storage space. Because I'm only backing up the web application, I can click on web application here on the left, and let's go find that web application. Here it is, it's Linode 123. I can click on that. Okay, and when to backup, let's change that to every 12 hours, and retention into 1 week. You can set it up so that you are notified upon success, upon failed backup. You can do a custom backup if you want, maybe certain files or certain folders, but I'm just going to do a full backup here. And when you are ready, you can click create, and it will start to run your backup every 12 hours. So the next one will be done in 11 hours from now. Alright,